What famous snack has become an unofficial Excite tradition? I talked to Mom about that last night, actually, a lot.
You did? What'd she want?
Just to catch up. I haven't
Oh.
talked to her or seen her in 3 weeks.
Yeah, she's missing her boy.
We've already got a viewer on. That's great. I wish we could see who the viewers were. Can't see till they comment. Hi, everybody.
You're 3 minutes early. Who is it?
5 on. That's great. We're going to... Michael, of course. It's Michael. Hi, Michael.
I bet he sets his watch.
I do.
I don't know about you, Michael.
Who else we got on here? A lot of viewers. This is grade 11. You know, if you're on, would you comment for us? We can see who's on. We've got Sue. Oh, good. Hi, Sue. Pam and John are on. Good to see you. Hi, Mary.
Is that our Sue?
Nope. Sharon, good to see you. Hi. The comments aren't coming on our other one. They're coming on that. That's great. Sue Kapperman, good to see you on. Thanks for being here. It's little.
Oh.
That's great, but then we can't do anything else. There we go. Susan Kapperman, Ashley. Hey, Ash. Good to see you. Dr. Mark today. Darlene, good to see you. Hi, Debbie. Rosalie, good to see you. Vicky. Mark Graff, good to see you on. Big crowd tonight. I love this. No basketball games on or anything, I guess. This is the best entertainment on the TV right now.
This is pretty bad if this is the best. Pretty bad.
Hey, we've got some trivia. Hi, Brian. Hi, Bert. Hi, Christy. Good to see you. Hi, Jane. Okay, what unofficial snack is Excite known for? It's become part of our culture. Who can type it in the chat? What's an unofficial snack Excite is known for? Take a guess. Type it in the chat. Some Excite trivia for you. What unofficial? What popular snack has become Excite's unofficial part of our unofficial culture? What is the question?
I don't know what we would do if we didn't have these phones.
What famous snack has become an unofficial Excite tradition? There we go. Girl Scout cookies in the office. Yeah, no. That Sharon's got it. Marilyn's got it. Cookies. Jane, cookies. There they are. Chocolate chip cookies. That's right. Chocolate chip cookies. That's so fun. Well, everybody, welcome to Tour Tuesdays. We got quite a big crowd, and we're so excited to see everybody. It's a big, big month. January was crazy. We are so excited. We have two massive announcements to make tonight that we've been teasing for a while. So 2 of several coming. So we're going to start off with some highlights. We've got some cool trips coming up, and then we've got some info to tell you, and then we'll end with the info. So stick around to the end. So we had a trip come back.
Oh, South Padre came back on Saturday.
Yep.
And who took that little one? Oh, Cliff took that one.
Cliff took it, yep.
Yes.
That was our biggest fly-in tour, and we had people come from all over the place. And it was chilly, I heard, the first day.
Right.
So then after that, it was great.
Right.
And they had warm weather, and they're on the ocean.
It was a little windy once in a while, but not too bad.
Yeah. By the ocean. Ocean Resort.
And I don't know why, but we always give Cliff, he always has a big tour.
Mm-hmm.
For being our newest guide, he always gets the biggest tour.
He did great. And we had a lot of referrals. You know that thing where you can buy a tour on a tour and get a discount? He had a ton of referrals that came through for that. So people were excited about the trip, and they booked a bunch of new stuff. So that is so cool. Hey, Sue, good to see you. Busy day today in the office. So that was really fun. And this weekend, while we were doing all of that, we've had some tour parties. So we did Sioux Falls, Ames, and St. Joe. So this was Sioux Falls. Big, huge party.
Right.
76 guests. That was really fun.
It was our first time in Sioux Falls, and it turned out great.
Yeah, it really did. We had a lot of people out there that came that I guess I didn't realize how many people actually come from Sioux Falls, but quite a few.
Right, but we had a lot around the area too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the next day, Sunday, we had Ames. And so this is Ames, same thing, packed house. There's about 56 people at that one. And just such a fun place. That was a really nice hotel too.
Right.
Like that room.
And that one was new too this year.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see what it's going to be like in Lincoln and Omaha. Oh my God.
So we got a little break while we go over Valentine's Day and Super Bowl that's coming up. And then when the 15th, they start again. And so we'll have some tour parties, Fremont, Shenandoah, and Columbus, Nebraska, are the three coming up in the wintertime. And then we've got some St. Louis ones for our new travel tribe in St. Louis. That's in April. And then if you're used to coming to a tour party, we've had a lot of questions in the office. What about Omaha and all them? They're coming too, but they'll be in August. And that will be for our catalog for 27, which is crazy that we're even talking about that. But so those are also coming, but they're at their regular time in the second half of the year. So again, so stick around. But at the end, we're going to talk about a tour that we have finally built. Bree actually did a ton of legwork for this tour, and it's just been spectacular. It's one that is in like a bucket list trip. I mean, the bucket list trip if you've ever been on one. So we're excited to talk about that at the end.
I think everybody in the office wants to go.
Any guesses on what you think the tour is? And Bree, you can't answer because you made it. And if you're in this office, you can't answer either. You're cheating. We talk about it all the time. So while we move on to the next part, guess what the big tour is we're announcing. Okay. Speaking of some tours we're going to highlight tonight that you probably saw online is we've got Italy, Summer in New York, and the Biltmore and the Biltmore
and Smoky Mountains.
So Italy's first. We've already been through Italy, but I want to highlight it again. This is Italy number 2. And so Italy number 1 filled up so fast that we decided to make another one that is just one day later. So this group will fly in one day later, and they'll just sort of do the same things right behind us. And so this is so great. This features the Amalfi Coast, Rome, and Tuscany. Okay, so I mean, Italy is a very, very big place, and there's so much to cover and see in Italy. But if you're looking for like a more all-inclusive Italy trip, this is what I think you would want to check out. So you fly into Rome, and then immediately you're going to go down to the Amalfi Coast, and you're going to stay down in the mountains. You're going to love it. And this is so great. I love this. Tuscany, Positano, so many cool things. And Naples is where you'll stay. And so we only have 3 hotels on this. So you don't have to unpack so many times over this longer tour. So flying to Naples, we're going to do the Amalfi Coast. We're going to go to Positano. We're going to have some excursions. So you're going to go to Isla Capri. Great food, great wine down there. Plenty of time to do things on your own. It's really that kind of tour vacation mix. So after about 3 or 4 days in the Amalfi Coast, doing different activities, cooking classes, amazing food, boat tours, all that, you're going to go to Rome. And Rome has 2 days in Rome. And so what you'll be able to do is, a lot of people have already been to Rome, right? But you'll be able to make it your own. So you can either do a behind-the-scenes Vatican tour that will get you right in the morning and be able to do that. That's really, really cool. And then the other one will be able to do like a full-scope Rome tour. So a lot of the history and everything. And then we can also book things to the Colosseum. We can do things for you to see the different like ruins that are all over Rome. We can set up some dinners. We have an amazing rooftop dinner, which I just got confirmation from today. So exciting. So that's going to be really, really cool. Very fun. And then when we go up to Tuscany, we're going to do some things that I've done several times up there. And that's Montepulciano and Siena and Florence before we make our way back down to Rome to fly out. So it is airfare round trip out of Rome. And then like for all of our flying tours, airfare is included out of all those different cities we talked about. So if you're out of Omaha, Denver, Chicago, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, Kansas City, Topeka, we've got flights for you. And so just let us know where you want to fly out of and we'll get you on the trip. This already has 10 people on it, so it's filling up very fast. We only have 10 more spots left. So if you want to go to Italy this year, this is your opportunity to do this. Now, it does have an extension, which is actually a whole other tour, Tuscany. So if you wanted to do just Tuscany, you go back up to Tuscany and do that. That is a true food and wine tour with a sommelier. And we went through that last week, I
Yes,
think.
we did.
Yeah. So we can link them both together. We have a couple actually sign up today. They're doing both. So they're going to be in Italy for about 3 weeks doing everything amazing. They're going to come back so knowledgeable about food and wine. And they'll probably speak Italian by the time you get back. So this tour, number 2, is going to be September 8th through the 19th. And the price for this is $71.99 double occupancy, including airfare. The hotels are amazing. That the sites you're going to see are amazing. I mean, this is like a top of the line trip. So I'm guiding trip number 1. Bill and Chris are guiding number 2, and they're also guiding the Tuscany version of Tuscany portion too when they get up there and do that tour.
Well, they're the third. I didn't realize they were staying the third week.
Yep. So they're going to stick around and do the Tuscany tour. So super exciting. Deposit's $1,250. If you want to go to Italy this year, that is your opportunity. Going fast. Hey, Mom, good to see you. Susan Thompson, good to see you. Christy. Norma, Cindy Schwer, good. Mary Starr, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, another popular one that we've done for years and years is our Summer in New York tour. This tour is very unique to Excite. We're the only company that does it like this, and this is based on feedback I've gotten from guests when I did the bus tour to it years and years ago, where it was 12 days to do New York City. New York City is too packed and it's too far to do that, and 5 days in the city is amazing, especially to do it during the week. Because when you get there on Monday, it's the least busy day, and then it sort of gets a little busier as you get closer to the weekend, as people kind of come in town for vacations and stuff. So what's great about it is, again, airfare is included. We have Paige who's going on this trip. Emily is also going with her on this trip to co-guide. We have a great group of people, usually about 20 guests. We stay on the island of Manhattan. We are on 8th Avenue. We're actually on one of the side streets, 47th or 48th Avenue. 48th Street, and it's at the Belvedere Hotel. And the rooms are really big, actually, for the city of New York. Usually they're kind of small, but this is a big, good-sized rooms. And then you're right by everything. That 8th Avenue is where all the Broadway shows are. And then 7th Avenue is really Times Square. So you're just going to walk one city block, and you're going to be in Times Square. And this is a great launching point for everything that we do. So the first night, you're going to do dinner in the city, and that's at an Irish restaurant, which we've eaten at for years. It's great food. And you have to walk through Times Square to get there. So it's your first opportunity to take in Times Square. And then you're going to do sort of a night tour. You're going to go down 5th Avenue, which is where you've got Bryant Park and Saks Fifth Avenue and all of those amazing things that are right there. And that's sort of day 1. And then day 2 is all of the Lower East Side and Lower West Side. And that's going to be the High Line, the Financial District. It's going to be Chinatown, Little Italy. So many of the neighborhoods that you go down there and see, you're going to see Soho. Yep. What is my favorite market?
It's really...
Nabisco. It's an old Nabisco factory, and then now it's just drawing a blank. I'm having a moment tonight. It'll come to me when we're at least, but it's amazing. And so then that's all of that day, and then that night is your first opportunity to see a Broadway show. Or we can book like a baseball game. We've had people do baseball games before. Maybe you can see a Broadway show. And then the next day, Wednesday, is like Upper East and West Side. So that's going to be Central Park and all the different museums that are up there, the Met. And that's where you can see the hotel that the Home Alone was filmed in, on the Plaza Hotel, and back down to Times Square. And there's time for shopping that day. And so that's really great. So you're going to get the top half of Manhattan. And then that Wednesday night is your second opportunity to see a Broadway show or a baseball game or do something fun that night. You can pick out whatever you want. If you don't want to do anything, that's also great because there is so much to see by your hotel. 9th Avenue is where a ton of amazing food and restaurants are. So you've just got everything right by your hotel. And then Thursday is where you're going to do the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, which you actually go to.
Yes. And
then you're going to do the 9/11 Museum. It's a guided tour, which we started doing probably 2 years ago, and it just adds so much color to that tour. It's absolutely breathtaking. And then you do the One World Trade Center, the new tower, and then you do an amazing farewell dinner at an Italian restaurant, Tony's, which is just a blast. And then that night is yours free, but it's pretty late. That's a pretty long day. People are pretty pooped by the time we get done with that day. And then Friday is your catch-all day. So if anything you didn't get to do while you were there in New York for the week, you can do Friday morning, and then we get you all to the airport mid-afternoon, and you fly home. and just a spectacular trip. So that is June 8th through the 12th. That's $27.99. Again, that includes airfare, hotel, all the tours, everything. I mean, that's like a steal for this kind of trip, and especially for your hotel being in Manhattan. So check it out. We only have a few spots, probably only 4 spots left on this tour. This is June 8th through the 12th.
I don't know about this guy. All this information in his head.
Well, I've done this tour a trillion times, so that helps.
I mean, he has been all over the world, So just give me a little break here.
Okay, what tour are you talking about?
Okay, I'm going to talk about the Smoky Mountains and the Biltmore.
Awesome. Love this tour. This is great.
And he's been on this tour too. Okay, the Smoky Mountain tour in the Biltmore is June 15th to the 22nd. It's 8 days, 13 meals. It's $22.50 for the doubles and $29.10 for the singles. And what you're going to do at the Biltmore is the first thing you're going to do, you're going to get on the bus, and then you're going to go to Kansas City and have a barbecue lunch there. And then you are going to have a welcome dinner in the evening, and you'll get to know your friends and everything, visit and everything. And then the next day, you're going to head out to Nashville. And in Nashville, we're going to see the Bell Mead Plantation.
Very awesome.
Which is, you can either, I think people eat there too. We just never do. But then we go to their winery and we have wine and everything. And then we look at the mansion. We have a tour of the mansion. And then that night, dinner is included. And then the next day, we are going to go to a gold mine. And you can pan your own gold if you want to. It is 15,000 miners were in this mine, and they were panning for gold. So maybe they left some there for us.
I hope so. That would be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
Come back rich.
So you can go on this secret trip that we have coming up. Okay. And then one of the last things we're going to do there was we're going to go to the ancient cellar, and that's where we have wine, right? And then we're going to have a nice dinner that evening. The light's pretty bad. I can't see the words. Okay. The next day we're doing the Looking Glass Creamery. We're going to have lunch at a spectacular place in Asheville.
Yep.
And then we're going to go to the Blue Ridge Mountains up there.
Yeah, Asheville is amazing. And they've really recovered from the flood. Yep. From the flood. They've really done a great job of recovering from the floods. And so everything is back on and ready to go for tourists. So it's a great time to go back and support their economy.
Right. And the next day we go to the Biltmore, which is beautiful.
Oh my God. And it's a whole day, right?
It's the whole day, and you get to see the mansion, and you get to tour the gardens and everything that's up there. And then they have a small little town off to the side. Well, not off to the side. I mean, you have to drive there and everything, but you can go to the little city that they have. And then the next day we're going to go to the Moonshine Distillery, where they make moonshine. What's the difference between moonshine and hooch?
Same.
Why did they call it hooch then?
Well, it's just a different part of the country. I think the Hicks from Nebraska, like us, call it hooch. But in the mountains, it's moonshine.
Okay. Anyway, then you're going to go to the moonshine place, okay, and drink some hooch. And then we tour Lexington. We'll be in Lexington. We stay overnight there, and we'll tour Lexington the next day. The last day, we're going to go to the Woodward Reserve Distillery.
Oh yeah, Woodward is amazing.
And they are the bourbon of the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
I mean, when we get on that ship, that's all they drink is bourbon, bourbon. So that's what we do, and then we're going to have a farewell dinner there, and then we're on our way home, unfortunately.
Yep.
So this is the Smoky Mountains and the Biltmore, which is June 15th to the 22nd. Okay.
Great.
Oh, something else I noticed. A lot of people have been asking, okay, how come I have to pay double when I go single? For tours and stuff like that. Well, it's very simple. It's not us that do that. It is the hotels. I mean, when you have 2 people coming in, you pay they each pay for the room.
Yeah.
So then when a single comes along, you're going to have to make up that difference and pay for the room.
Yeah, because you get your own room.
Right.
So it's really great to have your own room, but there's like nobody to split the cost with.
Right. And there's nothing we can do with changing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The hotel set the price, and that's it.
That's it.
But so that's great. I mean, I love having my own room. I know that a lot of people do. So it's definitely worth the extra cost. But if you don't want to do that, we have a Facebook group of solo travelers that are looking for roommates. And there's over 300 people on that group. So you can just go in there and chat. So go to our Facebook page, look at our groups, and it's Excite Solo Travelers. And that's a great opportunity to meet people and, link up with somebody and kind of split that cost.
We have a lot of people that do that. They call up other people and then they see if they're compatible.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they are, they sometimes meet up even.
Yep.
And see what's going on. And then they end up going. I think we even had one girl, she's going to Iceland.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Right.
Yep. We have a lady that is going to call up another one of our guests because one of our guests couldn't make it. They got hurt. And they chatted and they decided it's going to be really fun and they're going to be roommate together. And so that was, she was able to get on the tour.
And so we made 2 people happy.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's so awesome.
Right. So what do we have here?
Okay. So here's so our first big announcement we've been dying to tell you all about is insurance. We know that we have on our website and we've used TravelX for a long time and they have a good product and that we believe in that product forever. The challenge is it's a pain to book. So you got to have like your birth certificate, which you really don't, but you like all this information about yourself, the tour, when you signed up, how much you paid, all this stuff. And then it spits out some sort of custom price and we never can tell you what it is. And it can be long lines on the phone sometimes to get a hold of somebody. And we've really been looking for a partner that's a lot easier to work with and a set price for everybody. And so this time when we were at ABA, American Boat Association conference in Reno, we finally found our partner. So it's with TripMate. So TripMate offers a travel insurance product for group tours operators, which is what we have. Mm-hmm. And so when you go on to book your trip, you'll have the option to add insurance right there. And it's the same price. Right. Whether you're however old you are, however long the trip is, whenever you signed up, it doesn't matter. It's just the difference between the basic and the deluxe. And then you don't have to purchase any. So it's definitely not mandatory, but it's out there and it's so easy. And all you do is click yes. And then it will fill out everything for you and get the insurance for you. So I'm going to show you what it's going to look like as an example. Okay, so this is what your booking page will look like. So this is a Chicago Mob. So if you were to book your package first, and then it comes on with the add-ons. And so this is what it looks like. So you've got, I got to make it a little bigger. I can't even see that.
Getting old, Jay.
You're getting old. Okay, so you've got your Travel Deluxe package, and it shows you right here what's all included with that. And then you've got your Travel Basic package here. And so you'll be able to see what the price is. And then if you want to add it for yourself, it's 1. If you've got 2 people, you got to add 2, right? It's per person. And then again, you can compare kind of what it all covers. The biggest difference between the two is that the deluxe package has higher limits for coverage, and it is your primary health coverage, right? So you will go and it will be first, and you'll reach those limits first before it touches your personal insurance.
Right.
The basic, it's the opposite. It's a little less coverage, and your healthy coverage first. And then once you hit your limits with your personal coverage, the travel insurance coverage comes on. Right. Now, this isn't cancel for any reason insurance. That's something completely different. We're going to talk about that another time. This is purely like trip cancellation on tour because you got hurt, healthcare coverages. It covers baggage delays, delays in the tour, all of those things. Mm-hmm. So it's very, very simple. You can just click on add one, and then it'll add it right to your price. And then you just pay for that when you are checking out. So easy. Now, the prices that you see here, it's different for every tour because it does depend on the amount of the tour. So the more expensive the tour is, the more expensive the insurance is going to be. Right. But these are amazing rates, and the coverage is just as amazing as anybody else out there. So this is just an amazing option for you. Having said that, we've talked to a lot of people about insurance that maybe they've already booked their trip, right? That's fine. Once you're going to get an email. If you booked a trip with us, you'll get an email that says, hey, the insurance is ready for your tour. If you would like to add it, you can go back on and add it for you. Or when you get that email, you can call us and we can do it over the phone. But it's very, very simple to do online. You can just manage your booking and then you can add it right there. So wait for us to send you out the emails, because it really, most of them, you'll start to see them available online over the next couple of weeks. But by the 20th of February, every tour will have this on there. There are some tours with our partners that you will not see these options. And that's because the partners already offer theirs. So like Colette, they already have their insurance. So just do theirs. Mayflower is the same. Just buy their insurance. It's simpler that way, and it's basically the same coverage.
Okay.
So we didn't want to like double up or have any confusion with that. So super, super, super excited about offering that trip mate insurance.
It'll be a lot easier for you.
So much easier.
And it's easier for us.
Oh my God. Yeah. Crazy. Saves a ton of time and
Yep.
good product. So, all right.
Da, 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 da.
This is another big announcement that we have. This is a brand new tour that we are so excited to announce. This is a 2027 tour, and Cindy's going to share with you. It is Australia and New Zealand. Okay, this is a massive tour. This is a top of the line bucket list experience. We've worked so hard to bring this trip together. It's taken, years of dreaming up, and Bree finally had the time to come together and put all the pieces together. And so it is going to be available for you to book. It is a small group tour. So again, 20 people are going to go on this tour. Some things you're going to notice about it: all the flights are included, all the hotels are included, all of your interland airfare, because Australia is a massive place.
Right.
And so it's sort of like people coming to the United States thinking they're going to cover the whole thing in one trip. It's very hard to do. Now, Australia's not quite that big, but in order for us to cover a lot of that area, there are flights during the tour. Also, you're going to be taking the GON train, and it's 3 days on a luxury train through the outback.
That's what I love.
And I got the chills. Oh, it's going to be crazy. And so it's a tour. It's a once-in-a-lifetime tour. This is Australia and New Zealand. It's going to cover Auckland and Sydney and Christchurch and Queensland. And so many parts of it. I'm going to post the link for you because I'm not even sure it's up on the website yet. So bear with me as I get this going here. But if you go to this, you'll be able to download the brochure, and you guys on your Tour Tuesdays are the first people to see this. Mm-hmm. There it is.
Just read through it. You'll love it. You will love it.
Whatever. Okay, thank you. View. Okay, copy. Okay, it's coming in the comments. Paste. There you go. So Tour Tuesdays. This is one of the benefits of showing up. You guys are the first ones to get a hold of this. So make sure you make your reservation. Read through the brochure. It's a big one. Let me just see if there's a few peeks here. This is March 1st through the 21st. It's 21 days. It is the granddaddy of tours. We really put in everything that you should see. Good, the links are out there. The GON train looks, yep. Judy says, wow, Ash is amazing. So you've got March 1st through the 21st. It's $13,600 for double occupancy, $15,536 for single. Again, it includes almost everything, right? There's a few meals that you're going to have to do on your own, but other than that, everything else is basically included.
All the planes from one place to the next place are all included.
Yep.
And the train is all included.
All the hotels, 21 days, 32 meals.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be staying in places like the Crown Promenade, Melbourne, Mayfair Hotel, Adelaide. You're going to be on the GON train for 3 nights, the Hilton Darwin, the Shangri-La in Cairns. You're going to be at the QT in Sydney, the St. Moritz in Queenstown, and the George Hotel in Christchurch. Brilliant. Brilliant. So read through all of this.
You did a good job, Bree.
Yeah, it's crazy cool. There, and Susan says the GON train and the Indian Pacific are both spectacular. Don't miss it. So, like I said, 20 guests, March 1st through the 21st, 21 days. Absolutely spectacular trip. Cannot wait to go on that. And the links are in the comments. So if you want to be the first to get your reservations made, let us know. We would love to help you out.
How many people is it?
20.
20. All right.
20 guests. get out there and get on that train. So cool. So cool.
We're not going to have anything to surprise them with now.
Oh, yes, we have plenty. Oh, yes. This month has been crazy. So it's been day 3 of February, and we have 2 conferences that have contacted us to do conference tours. We are doing the State of Nebraska FBLA High School Chapter travel from Nebraska to San Antonio. It's between 400 and 450 kids going down to do that. We've got, obviously, our friends at Cornerstone Travel Group joining us now. The catalog for their 10,000 guests went out on Friday, so they're getting them in the mail any day now.
Did that Porsche thing.
Yeah, we met a really cool client up in Sioux Falls. The Porsche Club of the Dakotas wants to do a tour to Germany to see the Porsche factory and drive some Porsches on the Autobahn. So we're going to put that tour together. So it's just a lot going on here, and this that was in 3 days. It's all coming around in 3 days. It's been crazy. So fun to see everything grow, and the office has been wild, and we're adding new staff.
Yeah, always adding new staff. Yes.
So it's a fun time to be a part of the Excite Travel Tribe for sure. Any questions we have out there? I saw Mom on there. Patty's on.
Yes, Patty. That means more cookies.
Yep. Mom and I had a long conversation about more cookies out there.
You did?
Right? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Donna Daly, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Judy Rasmussen, good to see you. Jill, thanks for being on here. Kyle, thanks, my friend. Thanks for being on. Debbie, Matea, good to see you here.
Oh my! Look at
So many people. It's so great.
Thank you
Christy,
very much.
Great to see you. Carrie, thanks for being on. Porsches are for the company car. Hilarious,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yes. Anything else that we can think of? Can you think of anything else?
Did you tell them about the Lutheran women?
We're working with Lutheran Women again, that conference that came to Omaha this year. It's going to be in OKC in 27. So we're working on all of those tours for 27. So, yep, there's just a lot out there. It's very, very fun. Gloria, good to see you guys. Thanks for being on here. Jody, thanks for being on. I really appreciate you. Christy, thanks you so much for being on. Hi, Kay, Donner, good to see you. I promise I'm working on your claim. Talk to you tomorrow about it. Bert, good to see you. All right, everybody. Well, it was so great to see you all online tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and we cannot wait to see you next week.
Thank
Catch
you,
you later.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.